How we doing today, YouTube? D-Ski from D-Ski Grillz back with another cooking video. And today, do I have a treat for you? Today, we are making Mongolian beef on the Weber Summit Charcoal Grill. Folks, we're gonna bring this Chinese favorite to the barbecue grill. Just a few ingredients, can't wait to show you what those are, and then we're gonna get going. So let's check out the ingredients for today's cook. So first off, you gotta have some good flank steak, and we have a couple of pounds of flank steak here. Gotta have green onions when you're talking about an awesome Mongolian beef, so we have green onions. We have brown sugar. We have cornstarch. We have low sodium soy sauce. So we wanna make sure we watch that salt content when we're making this dish. We actually have ginger, and we have minced garlic. So folks, that's all the ingredients we need. We'll use a little water as well, but those are the ingredients we're gonna use to make this awesome Mongolian beef. Now, what I haven't used in a long time is a part of the Weber barbecue system, and that is the wok. So folks, we're gonna go outside and do some awesome, authentic Chinese style cooking. We're gonna do it right on the wok, and it's gonna be amazing. So you know what we'll do? I'll take you to the cutting board. I'll show you step by step how we're gonna get this going. Then we'll go to the grill and check out the grill setup. And finally, we'll meet at the cutting board and check out some awesome Mongolian beef made on the Weber Summit Charcoal Grill. I wanna thank you as always for joining me, and let's get cooking. Okay folks, so this cook will move fast. So we're gonna go ahead and get all of our ingredients prepped. I'll go ahead now and get the wok out of the way. Everything is going to be quick, so what we really need to do is go ahead and trim up our flank steak. So that's what we'll do right now. This is wrapped really nicely. I've had it in the refrigerator for about 4 days. I mean, this stuff is ready to be cooked. There she is. Beautiful flank steak. Now, what we need to do is cut this in 1/4-inch strips. So that's what I'll work on. I'll do a few in front of you. We're gonna do a little trimming of the meat, and then we're gonna cut them against the grain in 1/4-inch strips. Okay, folks, so it's obvious which way the grain pattern is going. It's heading right towards me. So what we'll do is we'll start cutting some strips against the grain, and just go ahead and get through this awesome flank steak. We wanna do small strips, but we definitely wanna make sure we cut it in the right direction. This is how you make sure that your meat is tender. Cutting against the grain is the formula for that. All right, so we'll continue to cut these strips. I'll get back with you when it's time for the next process. But first step, we cut our strips in about 1/4-inch slices, as you can see. And then we go to the next step, which will be going outside and checking out that grill setup. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, folks, so we're at the Weber Summit Charcoal Grill. All I did was fill up the grill with lump charcoal. We're gonna go ahead now and use the gas assist to go ahead and get this charcoal lit. So let's do that now. You'll hear the sound, listen up. I'll bring you closer. You can hear that gas going. Okay, so what we're gonna have, folks, is a nice hot flame in the next 10-15 minutes. Okay, folks, so as you can see, we're starting to smoke already. Once this ash is over, I'll show you the next step. So let's go inside and go ahead and prep our flank steak to get ready for this Mongolian beef. I'll meet you back inside. Okay, folks, we are back. So we're at the cutting board. I just wanted to show you these thin strips that we talked about. You can see that each piece already has awesome built-in marbling. So this is some good flank steak. Think about it, we cut it against the grain as well, so you know it's gonna be tender. So next steps, what we're gonna do is coat the flank steak in cornstarch. That's what we're gonna do for now while we have the grill getting ready. So there's our cornstarch. We'll go right inside the bowl that you see right here. Get all this stuff added. Get this out the way. We'll bring this in. And really, folks, all I wanna do, again, is get a light coat. I don't want it to be heavy. So we're just gonna coat and mix a little until we kind of get all the pieces coated with the cornstarch. So we'll start right there, see what we got going on here. And that may be enough, I don't know. So we'll just work it until it looks right. And the main thing we want, again, is for the pieces to be coated. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and add one more amount like we just did, mix that in thoroughly, then I'll be comfortable feeling that everything is coated well. So here we go one more time. All right, let's just work that in. All right, so that's what we got. We'll get together once the wok gets hot. I'll take you outside and show you the next step. But all I'm gonna do here is keep on working this in to have a light coating. I do wanna see the cornstarch on here. So we're getting to what we want. This is kind of what we want on all the pieces, folks. Just like that, a nice coat. So once I get it to that point, I'll meet you guys outside. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Just a nice light dusting on all of this beef. Now we can go outside and check out the grill. Okay, folks, so you can see our charcoal is lit. So it's time now to finish the grill setup, so we can do that right now. We're putting our grill grate in place. We'll go ahead and get it cleaned real quick. Even though we're cooking out of the wok, but still. This was our insert. So again, it was here, we just took it out to make room for our beautiful wok. So let's go ahead and add our wok in place. And this is our setup, all right? So the first thing we're gonna do, folks, I'm gonna back it up and tell you the part that I'm more excited about, and you know what that is, so let me back that up. We can talk about that really quick. And just in case I'm not in the frame, I just wanna say my favorite part of the video is coming up, and that's let's get cooking. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and add some oil to our wok, and it won't take long because it's right up under direct coals, so it's gonna get hot fast. We'll add us a little oil, and that is strictly so we can go ahead and start cooking our ginger and garlic. We want this to get more of a fragrant type smell. Once it gets a little toasty, that's all we need to do. Then we'll move on to the next step. So I'll get you close now. We can start cooking up close. Isn't that beautiful? Outside wok cooking on the Weber Summit Charcoal Grill. How are you gonna beat that? Okay, so what we want is 2 tablespoons of garlic. And 2 tablespoons of ginger. Okay, folks, so I'm gonna move that around. We'll get back together for the next step. But all we're gonna do is cook this lightly for about a minute or 2, and then we'll start adding other ingredients. I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, as you can see, our garlic and ginger has gotten toasty. That's what we want. We're gonna come on back with the next ingredients, and that's gonna be soy sauce and water, okay? So with the soy sauce, we want 2 cups of soy sauce. So we got a little pouring to do here. Now, this is why you use less sodium. I mean, this is a lot of soy sauce. You don't want your food to be too salty. Oh, this is coming out so slow. All right. It's not quite a cup, but that's okay. I'll add a little bit more. I just want to make sure to get some liquid so we're not burning our garlic and ginger. Looks like I should have had this ready. A little bit more. So I didn't quite do a half cup at any given time, so I'm going to say this is about it right here. All right, so there's the soy sauce. We're going to come back with 1 cup of water as well. So next up is our brown sugar. We need 2 cups of brown sugar. Got 1 cup here and 1 more cup here. Close enough. Okay, folks, we'll keep the simmering process going. Now the idea is once this starts to thicken because of the sugar, then we're just going to pull this to the side and go ahead and let it cool and start cooking our meat, okay? So that's the intent behind this. This will start thickening up in the next minute or two. We'll transfer it to another container, let it start cooling a little bit, and then start working on our flank steak. I think it's going well. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I wanted to show you real quick what I meant about it thickening up so you can start seeing that now we're bubbling over. It's time to get this transferred, and I'm just going to put it in this plastic bowl. So let's do that now. I'll back it up so you guys can see. All right, get this added back. Okay, so we'll let this sit right here, just kind of hang out for a minute. And then what we'll do, folks, we'll go ahead and bring the beef out, and it'll be time to start adding that to the wok. I'll see you guys in a second. So again, folks, when I talk about the Weber Summit being one of the most versatile grills I've ever had and definitely ever owned, look at this. We're at 500 degrees. We went ahead and brought the wok in and cleaned it off real quick from making the sauce, because what we want to do now is make sure we start frying the beef. We don't want it to steam. We want to cook it fast. So that's the reason that we brought this thing inside, cleaned it up, and here we go again. So I'm going to open it up really quick. I'm going to burp it for sure. We're talking extreme heat here. All right, we're coming on back with the wok back in place. And all I want to do now is add oil. It won't take long for it to heat up. And then we're just going to start cooking this beef in small batches, okay? So I'll add a little bit at a time, and we'll just keep it moving until it starts cooking. Now, it doesn't have to cook all the way through, because we're going to add the sauce at the end and let the sauce mix with the beef, and it'll all get cooked thoroughly towards the end, okay? So right now, I know this oil is almost ready, but we're going to wait because we want the frying effect to happen. So we'll get together when it's time to start adding some of this beef to the wok. See you guys in a second. Okay, folks, we're definitely piping hot. We're going to go ahead and add a small amount of the beef that's been put in the cornstarch. Again, we'll do small batches like you see right here. I'll just let it cook a little bit, and then we'll add more. Bring you in close so that you hear that sizzle. Some good stuff. Isn't that beautiful? All right, I'll get back with you after we get more of this meat cooked up. Hey, I thought I'd bring you in closer and show you the reason that you add small amounts of oil is because it's so hot. What you don't want is a grease fire, okay? So I added a little bit, just enough to start cooking this beef, but not too much to where grease can possibly hit those open flames on the bottom. So that's the reason behind that. That is your pro tip of the day. You definitely want to stay safe while doing this. Barbecuing is so enjoyable, but there's safety involved in everything you do. So that's your tip for that. This batch is almost brown. All right, so what I'll do is just keep this going and cook all of the beef the exact same way. Add small amounts of oil, get it cooked up, then we'll come back and add the sauce and everything to it. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, folks, we're back. Let me bring you closer. Look at all that beautiful beef. It's all cooked up. Now it's time to introduce the sauce back to the wok and finish this dish off, okay? So our sauce simmered. It got a chance to thicken. Now we're gonna add that goodness, okay? So let me put this down. Do that really fast. We will shut the grill down and let all this simmer for maybe about 10 or 15 minutes, and then it'll be time to go to the cutting board. But first things first, let's get this added. Sauce is what it's all about. So now all our beautiful beef is gonna soak in that awesome sauce that we created. It's gonna get tender, and at the very end, I'll meet you at the cutting board. We will dice up some green onions, drop it on top of this. This is gonna end up going on a bed of rice, and we're gonna call it done. So I'll shut it down, get back with you guys in about 10 minutes. See you in a bit. Tell you what, we'll do a stir while we're together. Gotta let you see what we got here. This is what it's all about. You see how this beef is being submerged in this awesome sauce? This is why they call it awesome sauce, right? This is awesome sauce. Mongolian beef done on your barbecue grill. How are you gonna beat that? Look at that. Soaked in goodness. All it needs to do now is just take those flavors into the beef, cut up some green onions, put this on a bed of rice, and we got a taste of the Orient tonight. I'll meet you guys at the cutting board. Okay, folks, so we're about to bring this Mongolian beef in the frame, but let's talk about what we did really quick. All we did, folks, was use a few ingredients. We used brown sugar, we used cornstarch, we used ginger. We actually used garlic, right? So we added all of those flavors. We added some water and soy sauce. That was it. We made up our sauce. We set our sauce to the side. Then we fried our Mongolian beef. In other words, we fried our flank steak and we made sure it was nice and crispy. Before you know it, it was time to add the sauce back, all right? Let me bring this into the frame because I'm telling you, this is absolutely amazing. Look at this wonderful, wonderful Mongolian beef. So all we need to do now is add our green onions, which we'll do together. Get those babies in there, and I'm gonna give it a stir because you want this stuff embedded. Now, this beef is still hot, so I really wanted to add the onions right now so they can break down a little bit. But the whole idea is gonna be to put this on a bed of rice. So the rice is being made, but all I want to do is show you how this final product looked and close this video out. I am so excited about this. This is ridiculous is what this is. The more the merrier on the green onions. It makes an authentic Mongolian beef. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe to my channel. Let others know what D-Ski Grillz is up to. And as always, at D-Ski Grillz, grilling is not a pastime, it's a passion. There's our goodness, folks. Mongolian beef done on the Weber Summit Charcoal Grill. Quick bite and get on out of here. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this. It's still piping hot. This is a taste of the Orient like you've never had before. Try this recipe out. I'll catch you on the next one.